My name's Jakes, and I'd like to showcase a blueprint set I've been working on. So I've been trying to get a new look for my world when it comes to trains. My previous one was a side-by-side version of a train set or of double rails, and I thought if I can mix it up quite a bit, I can change the look entirely and even do a different design, which in this case is a double stack one, so one on top of the other one. And I want to give it a distinctive difference from the previous one. So this is what my current rails were looking like, at least the previous set. And as you can see, I think it looks cool, looks nice, but since I'm in a new biome, I'm currently in the Spiral Coast, I wanted to get a new look that kind of fits that theme. So that's why I've kind of gone with this white, like slightly futuristic looking design, which fits my Spiral Coast build quite well, I think. So let me show you what this consists of. So if I go over here, you can see I've got this 90-degree bend. Then I've got this little connector section in here, so if you want to space these out a little bit, kind of like what I did over here, you can see there's a little connector section as well. You can space these out as far as you like, or you can put them right next to each other if that tickles your fancy. I think one or maybe two connectors in between these straight sections actually looks good, and as you can see on this section here, I've actually done two connectors in between, and I think that's kind of like the sweet spot for the look. You don't want to overdo it too much. And two connectors work quite well, but here for this demonstration I'm just going to use the one connector just so I can showcase what it does. And this section here is a nice little T-junction. Unfortunately I don't have the bigger blueprint maker unlocked yet, so I can't do like a nice four-way connector. I might have to give that a little bit of a thing to see how I can do that in the smaller blueprint maker. Anyways, so moving along, so we've got another connector here, and this section here is for when you want to go onto an incline. So let's say you want to map terrain a little bit more, or you want to be more faithful to the terrain. You can then use this little incline connector. So V1 is basically your normal, if you go over here, let's grab this one. So your normal 2 times ramp. And then version 2 will be your 4-meter ramp. Let me just put this to zoom. So that's your version 2, that's the incline for that. And then if you want to go to version 1, which is going to be the 2-meter ramp, that's essentially your incline that you're looking at. So this one here, you'll see, matches up with, matches up with the 2-meter ramp. So that's what I call version 1. Alright, so this section here is so that you can do a nice smooth connection, and you can see that the rail line also kind of smooths out a little bit. That was the entire idea behind it. And then this one goes into a separate version 1, so a 2-meter ramp connector that you can do between the incline section and then where you want to go up, for instance. And then at the end of the incline you want to go straight again, you've got this decline connector, which then essentially just allows for a nice smooth transition between incline and a straight section again. So there you go, incline connector. And then moving on to this one, we've got the version 2, which is essentially the 4-meter ramp incline. And I'll show you here, the train fits nice and snug in here, but it has clearance. I think it has enough clearance, and it will sit in here quite nicely. And yeah, moving on, so we've got the 2-meter or the version 2 incliner, and then also the decline connection, so you can get a nice smooth transition going from the incline to back to straight again. And on this one I'm just kind of like going down again. There you go. And just the same story again, going down, so it's just essentially the opposite of that. And then I've also added a 90-degree bend, which you can obviously take whichever way you want to go. And here we go, this is the normal straight one. And just for a little detail, I've kind of like added this, I think, what's this called again? This is the shelf beam, along with the normal H-beam, just to mix it up a little bit. And these are also just normal H-beams, just kind of like twisted and turned. And then what I did was I actually added a light sign with just the white on this section here, just to give it a little bit more detail, because if you actually, I'll remove this and you'll see what I mean, it just looks kind of bare bones. There we go, so that's probably okay, but let me just remove the 4 meters here. But I thought if you add these sections in here, it just kind of polishes polishes the look a little bit more, and you can kind of like see the metal bit at the back, so it just gives it a nice look to it. This section here, actually, let me move on to this one. This is just indicators for which way the train's going. So obviously this one's going to go that way, and this one is going to go that way. And if you do place it down, it's not the correct way, you just copy it, paste it on there, and that kind of fixes it. So I'm just going to copy this one. This one should now go on this way, because let's say for instance we want to go a different direction. And this one goes there, there. And easy way to just turn this thing around. Obviously, if you do a lot of these, I would recommend that. Just figure out which way they're supposed to turn and then do it from there. This pillar section here is also kind of made to fit this kind of look and style. And these are also just a bunch of H-beams on top of a pillar with a pillar support on the top. And made to just kind of look a little bit interesting. Usually what I do is whenever I connect it to the ground, just to prevent this kind of look where it's just smack down there, I usually just do this and move this down until it's about on the ground. And there you go, it's like a nice little foot stamp there, or a little foot piece. If this are really tall ones, I like to actually change these around a little bit. So I grab that and I go over to the big pillar support. And then I usually put these down just to make it look like the pillar's got a little bit more support, and then I just paint them white. There we go. So that actually makes it look a little bit more believable than just this long slender kind of like pillar going up, which looks like it's a little flimsy. Anyways, yeah, that's about it. So here you can see the result of these ones. I've got a couple of custom bends in here that you can see that I've added to my world. And on the Spire Coast I've actually got a single stack here, and I'll see if I can turn this into a blueprint set as well, the single one, just for convenience sake, and we can add that onto my Patreon again. If you join my Patreon, or if you'd like to join my Patreon, first tier patrons will get access to my world save, and second tier patrons will get access to all of these blueprint sets. So if you guys are interested in this, feel free to check out my Patreon. You can have a look there, and if you find anything that you enjoy, feel free to join my Patreon, and in return I'd like to give you something of value. Alright guys, thank you so much, and this is just a quick little blueprint demonstration video, and looking forward to getting the next video out, which will be, I believe, radio control units. So I'll see you guys on the next one. Cheerio.